So again, we're going to play as Amazon. I'm going to try and work through every class in the game, starting from Amazon, ending with Woods Girl. And the Amazon is a pretty good all-around character. The stamina special advantage is very strong. You're going to take advantage of this extra move phase frequently. The aim, I have never really seen aim used by the Amazon. It's very hard to find missile weapons. Only the woods folk have bows for sale, and they don't start on the board. You have to find them at one of the dwellings or a campfire. Also, she's not friendly with the woods folk. In fact, she's neutral. So even if you did find them, it would be difficult to buy a bow. She does start out with decent armor and a short sword, which means you can kill medium and heavy unarmored creatures at the start. I'm going to fetch inventory from random locations. And let's set up our victory points here. So again, I'm going to do 2 fame, 2 notoriety, and 1 gold. So that should be 20 points of fame, 40 points of notoriety, and 30 pieces of gold. Okay, so now we can just click go. We're going to just have the visitor mission shits randomly placed. It rarely comes into play. All right, so let's take a look at the board here. I'm going to actually expand this out a little bit. Take a look at this map. One of the great things about Magic Realm is the map is different every time. So don't know exactly how many different permutations there are, but certainly more than you'll ever play in a lifetime. So we are starting in the inn, which is up here in Cursed Valley, sort of off in the corner. Fortunately, we have a few really good treasure locations within a short walking distance from the inn. So we have deep woods, ruins, and ledges, all of which are possibly will hold treasure locations and are easy to navigate, maybe with the exception of the one cave space in ruins. So that'd be great. Again, we're not friendly with the rogues. We potentially could hang out and see if the patrol shows up. There's a 1 in 6 chance that they show up. Or the Lancers. I think the Lancers do not show up at the end. You can take a look here. Lancers only show up at the chapel or the large or small campfire. So our friends are limited to the patrol. Basically, the patrol will show up here. So I think we just leave and see if we can't find some treasure. The chapel is here, which is, you'd think was close, but actually looks like it's quite a ways away. So this is a bridge here on ledges. So to get to the chapel, you're actually going through the caves in Borderlands, which is can be difficult. The other friends we have, the Lancers, you know, we might be able to find a campfire in Oak Woods here, but we'll have to just check that out. So I think the first thing we do is we just head off into deep woods and see what we find. Can't think of anything else we want to do here. We definitely don't want to get blocked by the rogues here, which there's a chance of. So, trying to think if there's anything else we can do. Looking at our inventory, there's no real reason to flip our light sword here. It's the same on both sides. No reason to alert it. It seems like kind of a waste to just move into deep woods. I think maybe let's go to ruins first and check that out. Then we can come back through deep woods on the way to ledges. So we're gonna move. One of those moves is free. And that leaves us actually three hides. Be extra safe. We could do 2 hides in a search, but it's sort of unlikely to find anything. So 2 moves, three hides. Okay, so moving in through deep woods and into ruins. Fail our first hide, fail our second hide, succeeded the third hide. So actually 3 hides was helpful. monster die is 1, which is dragons. And there are 2 dragons here. So 2 heavy armored flying dragons have showed up. There's also Stink Sea, which is going to be trolls. And take a look here at the setup card. Stink Sea is trolls, and Flutter could be bats, and is also these 2 flying dragons who've already showed up. We cannot kill the flying dragons with our light sword. The most we can do is medium damage with it, so we'll have to leave here. And there's no treasure. So that's the end of the first day. We're going to let's see here. Here we go. Other screen keeps coming out, going on the other screen here. So at the end of the day, we're just going to click end here. There's no combat to be done. And we're on to writing for day 2. Again, I think I want to move into deep woods with the idea that we'll go to ledges next. If I move 3 times, yeah, it's hard to get into ledges, but at least we can get into deep woods and hide twice. So day 2, we're moving out of the ruins into deep woods. We hide successfully on the first try, so no need for the second phase of hiding. And there's no combat. So we found our first treasure location, which is the altar. Take a look at the altar here. And so it's guarded by a demon. The demon doesn't have an attack on its top side, so it actually casts Power of the Pit, a spell on you, which can do a variety of nasty things, including killing everybody in the clearing outright. However, with a movement speed of 4, we are fast enough to run away from it. So there are 4 large treasures. There are 2 spells. We're not interested in the spells as a non-spellcasting character. Dank M, I think is, Dank M is spiders. These are heavy and unarmored, so we can actually kill these. Although it's not, it's non-trivial because they're reasonably fast. At least on their light side, they cannot injure us at all. When they flip to their tremendous side, they get a little bit slower. Hey, NPC Aaron, a digital version of this game, yes, and welcome. It's called Realmspeak. I'll put it in chat. I should probably set up some commands for that. But if you do a search for Realmspeak or Realmspeak Magic Realm, you'll find this. It's a Java program, so it runs on Windows and Mac, although it takes a little bit of setup, and Linux as well. And it's pretty good. It's not, I mean, I've run into a couple interface issues even after using it for a long time, but it basically the rules are correctly implemented, which is really great. And it has network support as well. We've played a couple online games of this with, 8 players, which has been great. Game has been my Grail game recently. Found out about its existence like 5 years ago, and for some reason I've been like, I need to get that and play it. It looks like 12-year-old me's ideal game. Yeah. I actually would play this when I was 12. I grew up playing this game, so and it is great fun. Like, I think even as a kid, it's really nice because it's very complicated and crunchy, but at the same time, it's pretty thematic, very thematic. So, I just liked being the swordsman and running all over the board and trying to steal treasures from underneath the monsters' noses. That's how I played the game. I do have a physical copy of this game upstairs in the closet, and so if I wasn't lazy, I would pull it out and actually use cameras and stuff. But it's a lot easier just to use Realmspeak. -5 years old when it came out. Yeah. Yep. Although I have played this with my kids a couple times. They were probably like, I don't know. Last time we played this, they were probably like 12 and 7 or something. But yeah, there are print and play versions too you can find as well if you look on Board Game Geek. So if you can't find an original copy and it's not in print, then you can print and play your own. Convince your boss that this game needs a reprint or modern edition. Yeah, that'd be cool. Are you in the game printing industry? There actually were 2 different companies that were reportedly going to do reprints of this game, and nothing ever came out of it, I don't think. I could dig up an email about that, but there were 2 different companies that were talking about doing a reprint of this game, but I haven't heard anything about it. Board game designer at Funko Games. Nice. You'll have to figure out. So I believe the rights for the game reverted after Avalon Hill. It probably went through a couple of different transitions, but it was bought by Hasbro. And what I heard is someone asked about the rights for Magic Realm, and Hasbro said it had reverted back to the inventor. So Richard Hamblen. I do not know what Richard Hamblen's current status is, to be honest. Like I think he had been having health issues, and I haven't heard about that in a while. So, but a couple of different companies had been talking about and had secured permission to do a reprint, and I can't remember the name of the companies, and I don't know whatever happened to that. So yeah, Endgame is the spiders, I think only. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, it's not giants. So I think we can kill a spider, and we can run from the demon. So we're gonna go see if we can't find that the altar and get some treasures. So I'm gonna move in, move, and do a couple of searches. What I'm doing here on the left here is recording my moves. So it's the idea is you have to record your moves, everything you do before the day begins. So you don't know what the monster roll is going to be. You don't know what's going to be active. If you're playing with multiple players, everybody's recording their moves ahead of time, and then you sort of draw randomly who goes first. So it makes it harder to sort of react to the other players. You don't know exactly where they're going to be or where they're going to end up. So I'm going to just send that, and we move, and we do 2 searches here. We're going to search for treasure locations. We're looking for a 4 or I think a 1, and we actually got the 4 the first try. So pretty much every roll you do in Magic Realm, you roll 2 6-sided dice, and you take the higher of the 2. Generally lower numbers are better results. But we were lucky, we found it on the first try. There are 4 treasures, so similar in the same way. We roll 2 dice, we need a 4 or less. So it's going to get harder and harder to find treasures as we start pulling them off the top there. So now we're going to loot the altar. 6 is the higher die, so we get nothing. There aren't 6 treasures, so we actually cannot find one of the 4. Nothing shows up though. So just to show you on the setup card here, we're worried about spiders. We're not really worried about them, but a spider might show up. That's on a roll of 5. And then the demon shows up on a roll of 2. I think, unless I haven't missed anything, those are the only 2 things that will show up in Deep Woods right now. So what we're going to do is just spend 4 turns searching here. We could potentially move out. In fact, there's a free spot here in Bad Valley. In the valleys, with the exception of the valley where the ghosts are, which is down here, there's ghosts. Valleys are safe, with the exception of whatever denizens live there. If you're unfriendly with the in this case the order, you wouldn't want to go to the chapel. But if you're like on a space in the valley which isn't the chapel itself, it's perfectly safe. Nothing there can hurt you. So if we really wanted to, we could search 4 times and then just use our free move, our Amazon move, to go to the Bad Valley 4 here and actually be perfectly safe. And we could do the opposite. We could use our free move the next turn to come in and search 4 times. So I think we will do that. I actually would kind of like a spider to come because I think we could kill it and get its fame and notoriety. But if the demon comes, that would actually be bad. So if we get a monster roll of 2, the demon comes, then we're sort of running away from it, and we can't, we would not be able to do our searches. So I think it's prudent to use our free move here. So we're going to search 4 times and move out. All right, so again, we're looting. Got a 6, so nothing. Another 6. Another 6. And then we got a 4, so we got the Bejeweled Dwarf Vest. We'll take a look at that. It's a medium. It's got medium weight. That's fine. All of our armor weighs has medium weight as well. It is a breastplate. It's heavy armor versus thrust. So it's actually an upgrade to our breastplate here. This breastplate gives us medium protection. This is actually heavy armor. It's also a great treasure. We didn't take any great treasure requirements, so we don't need a great treasure. There are 2 dots here. The red dot means it's a great treasure, and the gold dot means it's a large treasure. Also, we can turn it into the soldiers for 10 fame, which is probably what we'll do. It's worth quite a bit of gold, so we can sell it for 27 gold. And if we can sell it to the soldiers, we'll actually get 10 fame as well. Let me take a look where the soldiers are. They're quite a ways away, though. They're all the way down here. Just looking here. We'll have to go through the Borderlands caves here. Go through ledges, go through Borderlands, and then we can get to the soldiers. But it's probably worth it for the gold and for the fame. We could also use it, just throw it on if we think it's going to be useful. I think in the current combats we're talking about, we don't actually get any advantage from heavy armor. So I'm going to not wear it right now. The other thing it does, actually, it's only medium weight, so it's actually just kind of a straight upgrade. I think the only problem about wearing it is if it gets destroyed, we lose the 27 gold. Thanks a lot for the follow, NPC Aaron. Much appreciated. So then we move out to the Bad Valley. There's a monster die roll of 3, so nothing would have shown up anyway, but just being safe. And then we'll move back in with our free move, and I think I'll do one more day of searching here. There are 3 treasures left. I think we can get the 3rd off the stack. After that, it gets really hard because then you're rolling for like a 1 and a 2 or a 1 and a 1. So you move back in, and we're looting. 5 doesn't do it. 5, 5, 4. Yeah, so nothing. We might want to move out of here. What I might do is a couple searches, a free move, and a couple hides. We'll just check out ledges. So I'll do 2 searches, I'll do a free move into ledges, and I'll do 2 hides. See how that turns out. So search, again, looting, nothing. Those boxcars, another 6. We're getting a lot of 6s. Should be about one out of 3 should be a 6. Moving into ledges, and we hide. We successfully hide in the first try, so the second move isn't required. And we found the Lost Castle. So let me just close this. There's nothing attacking me. So most hexes that have 6 clearings like this have 2 chits. There's going to be a sound chit, which is in this case dank M, and in ledges is smoke M. And then there's going to be one clearing chit. In this case, it's altar 1. But in there are 2 hexes that are either the Lost Castle or the Lost City. And these have a stack of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chits. And when you find the Lost Castle or the Lost City, all those chits get put out. So this is just a much more dangerous and potentially much more profitable hex than the other ones. And in this case, we're on top of the lair, which is a really nice treasure location. Taking a look at it, it's guarded by a tremendous dragon, tremendous and armored dragon. It has 3 large treasures and 4 small treasures. So there's a total of 7 treasures on that location, if we can find it. Looking at the other chits here, though, right on top of the lair is also a slither. The slither is going to draw this heavy armored dragon as well. So we're likely to get, or if dragons are active, we're going to get both this tremendous armored dragon and also this heavy armored dragon. At both are going to come to this space. Roar. This is a Roar M. Roar M is actually going to bring a giant. And that will come here to clearing 6. And then we have Flutter and Patter. Patter, we're not so worried about. Again, that's just this these spiders. So Patter M is going to bring a spider to this clearing right here. And then Flutter is going to be bats. So we'll get a bat in Flutter. Bats are dangerous. You can't run away from bats, and they're extremely fast. So more characters than any other have been killed by bats, I would say. And then Smoke M is, I'm assuming, more dragons, right? Let's take a look. It is, but it's the dragons that have already come to the ruins, so they're actually not going to be drawn to this space. Let me just take a quick look. Anything else? Smoke M? No. So if dragons come, we're going to be swarmed by dragons right here. And a giant might appear here, and a bat and or a spider might appear here. It's actually not the worst. We can run from everything except for the bat. And the bat is not going to come to our space. It's going to come to clearing 2. So I think we're safe to search. Probably even search without hiding to start. So let's just basically just sit here and see if we can't grab a bunch of stuff out of the lair. Trying to think if we should use our free move in some way. The reason would be just to keep ledges safe. Like if we move to the altar, for instance, with our free move, then we'll draw a demon or a spider to deep woods, and if we have to run, we'll run back this way. So I think that's actually reasonable again. Just use that free move for strategic reasons. So monster die roll of 3. We'll see if anything comes. Okay, again, we're trying to find treasure location first, looking for a 4 or 1 here, I believe. 3 6s, 4 6s. I just, can't seem to get anything but 6s. And then we move out to the altar. Nothing's drawn to the altar there, so we're done. So we're going to move back, doing the same thing here, just searching 4 times. Already, we're at day 8 out of 28, so we're already in week 2 here. It can take a lot of time can be spent just trying to search for treasures. Five, 6, 5 5s, yeah. So nothing. And nothing appears in ledges. So it was a 3 again. Well, I think we do the same thing. We just need to find some treasure here just to start, you know, to get what we need to fuel the rest of our adventures here. So do the same thing again. We're going to move back to the altar after searching 4 times. Found the lair. So we finally got that 4, a 1 and a 4. It's rolled. So now we can start looting. And there's 7 things, so we're guaranteed to get something for the first 2. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Unfortunately, this is not what we wanted, but we found the map of the Lost City. If this is the map of the Lost Castle, we would be really happy. But the map of the Lost City, if we find the Lost City, it's going to be easier to find things and loot treasures in the Lost City. Currently, not very useful. Can sell it for 3 gold too. Okay, next we should be guaranteed something again. We found Gripping Dust, which is a potion. Weapon stays alerted. It's actually completely useless with our current weapon, which is no difference. There's no difference on the alerted side or unalerted side. But if we get a spear or something, Gripping Dust could be useful. Potions are one-time use, of course. All right, last search here. Looking for a 5 or less. And we got something. We got the Scroll of Nature. Scroll of Nature has 4 spells on it. It also gives us 5 notoriety just hanging on to it. Or we can sell it for 10 gold. We don't care about the spells, of course. We're not a spellcasting character. And then we move into Deep Woods. Their monster die was 1 here, so we would have gotten a bunch of dragons here if we were still in ledges. But as it is, nothing appears because there are no dragons in Deep Woods, just in ledges. All right, so how many treasures are left in that location? I think we do another day of searching. Looks like there are 4 treasures left in the lair. There's 3 left in the altar. Yes, I think we go back to the lair and do one more day of searching. We are already on day 10 though, so we have to keep that in mind. Move and search 4 times. And another die roll of 3. We're getting pretty lucky with the monster rolls here. So we need 4 or less. We got a 6, 5. Oh, okay, so we found one of the troves within treasure trove. So we found the remains of the thief, which contains the living sword, which is actually kind of an interesting sword. It's got a sort of built-in speed. So it's on, I think it's L star on 3 on one side and L star 2 on the other. Also found the golden crown, which is heavy, but worth 20 fame when turned into the guard. And it's actually interesting. It's actually the opposite of the breastplate that we have, which weighs medium and is heavy armor. This is actually is heavy and only acts as medium armor. But it's also worth 50 gold, which is amazing. Now, of course, the golden crown is too heavy for your character to manage right now. This will prevent your character from being able to run or move. This is really unfortunate. So looking at my character sheet, we don't have any heavy moves. I did mention we have a heavy fight here. We do have a heavy fight, H4 fight, but all of our moves are M. So we can't actually carry this golden crown. I would love to take it because it's worth 50 gold, but we just can't carry it and move. So can't think of a way around that. I think we just need to abandon it. Why is it over there? I don't know why it got abandoned over there. And then we're cursed with disgust. So when you find the remains of the thief, you also get a curse. So right now we can collect fame, but our fame is set to -1. So taking a look here, we have the living sword. We might as well activate this. So it's basically the same as our current sword. They're both light star. They do light damage with 1 sharpness star. But this is has a speed of 3 on one side and a speed of 2 on the other, which I think is faster. We don't have any 2s, so it's just a little bit faster than our current sword. So we'll go ahead and activate that. And one more search here. 4, we needed a 3 or less. So I have to get over to the chapel to get that curse removed. So again, we're gonna have to make our way through Borderlands here in order to get to the chapel, and also to get to the soldiers and guardhouse. Let's see here. Yeah, so 3 treasures. It's starting to get hard to find things. Just take a look at my victory requirements again here. I have 30 gold. I found 20 in the remains of the thief. I also have some stuff here I can sell. You can get 10 fame from selling to the soldiers. You know, to get my victory requirements here, I'm gonna have to kill something. So I would ideally like to hire someone, the Lancers or the Patrol. Potentially I could buy drinks for and hire the soldiers. I might actually become friendly with the soldiers after selling them the Bejeweled Dwarf Vest. I believe if you turn in a treasure item that has the name of a denizen group on it, they become friendlier. So we could sell the Bejeweled Dwarf Vest to the soldiers and then hire the soldiers. And that would actually give us enough fighting power to go and clear some stuff out. So we take the soldiers. We could try and fight the guard, although they're heavy and armored. Just haven't found much. Go back and fight the rogues, I guess. Be an interesting fight anyway. It'll give us a lot of notoriety. So I think we do need to leave though. Start making our way. Just looking here. To the soldiers. I think that's our next stop. We'll see what we find on the way. We have to go through Borderlands here. We have to go through some caves, that's gonna be interesting. It's actually this way. I'm gonna go through 2 caves to get through here. It's really kind of gross. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so it doesn't really matter. Yes, nothing appears at the end of the day. I don't know why this treasure card should be over here. I don't know why it's over there. It's kind of odd. So we're going to move out of here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 into Oakwoods, and we'll do a single hide. All right, so we end up hidden. We succeeded at the hide. We'll see what's here. Dank W, I believe, is snakes. Yeah. These are kind of nasty snakes. It's the one creature that has 2 sharpness stars on it, which is actually functionally doesn't make any sense. It might as well be heavy with a single short sharpness star. There's nothing that I know of that removes 2 sharpness stars. I guess it's thematic. Just means they have poison, short fangs, and poison. We could potentially kill them. I believe they're just medium vulnerability, but because there's 2 of them, it's kind of a danger. All right, so looking here, we need to get into the caves. We sort of want to get through the caves. Let's see if we move 1, 2, 3. Move, hide. And then move. I guess that's what we have to do. So if any day you actually move into the caves, you're gonna have half the number of phases. So you only, rather than getting 4 phases, you're gonna get 2. Which makes caves really nasty. So we're going to move in. We're going to use our free move phase to get in there. And then we'll have 1 more phase to do a single hide. Go ahead and send that. And we succeed at hiding. So we'll see what we find here. Nothing appears in our clearing. All right, so we found another treasure location, which is the statue. Statue isn't really great. There's only 3 treasures in there, and as you've seen, like, it gets really hard to get those treasures when there's only 3. Guarded by an imp. The imp is not too troublesome. On this side, they actually just curse you rather than doing any damage at all. They are very fast, though. Getting out of the curse would not be the worst in the world because we were headed to the chapel to get curses removed anyway. But probably no reason to stay here. Bone C is going to be trolls. We can't kill trolls, regardless. We're going to move out here to the Awful Valley, and that will set us up to get over to the soldiers in the following turn. So again, we'll use our free move, and then we have 2 more phases to get out here into the Awful Valley. And again, this is a perfectly safe space here in the valley. Nothing can show up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a hide, I guess. So what can show up at the house? I wonder if we just want to trade with them. So we could get the wood folk. The patrol are our friends. So I think the soldiers become friendly with us when we sell them this bejeweled dwarf vest. So maybe we just go in and trade with them. And we're just risking that the wood folk come and block us, which is pretty unlikely to happen. We could always bribe them to buy them drinks. All right, so 4 moves and a trade. And we're going to sell. I think we sell Map of the Lost City. The Living Sword gives us 9 notoriety and 3 fame just for hanging on to it, but it's also worth 25 gold. So I don't know, it's like marginally useful for us. Like it has this L star 2 side, which is going to be a little faster than our current sword. I guess if we hang on to it, we're going to get 27 gold from the Bejeweled Dwarf Vest, 10 from the Scroll of Nature. I think we probably sell the Gripping Dust too. So we can sell this short sword as well. And we'll hang on to the Living Sword. It gives us notoriety and fame. So we sell all that stuff. And we're up to 79 gold, which is pretty good. And let me just double check. We should have... Yeah, so now we're friendly with the soldiers. We started off, we were neutral, And now we're friendly with them. So that did work how I thought it worked. No one shows up, but the soldiers aren't going to block battle us because we're friends with them. So now we get to try and hire them. They come as a group, and I know you can add it all up, but they actually have a cheat sheet here where they show you how much the entire native group is. Yeah, price to hire native groups. So the soldiers cost 10 gold. So it's like, I don't know exactly what it is. I guess it's 2 each for the crossbowmen, pike, and the 2 pikemen. So 2, 4, 6, and then 4 for the great swordsman. So it gives mix for 10. And we're going to have to hire them on a table here. I'm going to do 1 trade action and 3 hire actions. I think we're going to stay here. We don't want to move out because if we do hire them, we'll leave them behind. So I'll just leave this move action. We won't do any of that. Send anyway, yes. Trade. So first we're going to see what they have. See, they come with 2 small treasures. So we'll see if there's anything here that's interesting. They have a magic spectacles, which actually is pretty good. That gives you a free search. And as you saw, extra phases are really good. What was their other treasure? Oh, ointment of bite. Fight hits on tie speed. It's interesting, but I think what we want to try and trade for is the magic spectacles. If we get a good deal on them, I might decide to pick them up. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and see what we can get for that. We're not going to buy drinks. So price times 3, they'd sell us the spectacles for 18 gold. I think we'd probably say no. Gives us 2 notoriety. I'll bring us down to 61 gold. We need probably at least 30 to hire the soldiers. So 61. We'll still have over 30, even if we buy these. No, I'm going to buy them. And then we're going to see if we can hire the soldiers with our remaining gold here. We're not going to buy drinks. So first we got no deal. Negotiating. All right, so we 40. I think we're going to decline paying 40 for them. We're going to try and get them for 30 or better. $20. There we go. Price times 2. Yes, we'll take them for 20. All right, so we rolled a 1 and a 3 there. So, 2, really nice things about hiring the soldiers. One is that they have SHQ here. So this is the sort of the head of the soldiers. They actually get their own sheet and they do their own actions. So that's going to allow us to search things twice as fast. We can use the soldier HQ to scout ahead. So lots of good things that the soldier that can do there. Ghosts are kind of dangerous here. Actually, I'm pretty well equipped to kill these things. I can kill one from hiding and then kill the other one pretty safely. I'm just thinking about mountains here. It's another place there could be treasure or things to kill. right, so we're done. Nothing shows up. I need to make sure I assign these 3 soldiers to follow. So I'm going to assign them to myself, actually. So I'm going to assign them to follow myself. And then we're writing for day 16. So, so what do we do here? Don't think we want to kill. Don't think we want to fight these trolls here. I think we do want to check out Crag. So one of us will go up into Crag and just sort of see what's there, and the other person should head toward Dark Valley. Oh yeah, I need to get my curse removed. So where's the chapel and how do I get there? Chapel's here. So I gotta go through ledges. I gotta go. There's the guardhouse. Through the cavern. That would be really nasty to have to go through the cavern here. The other option is to go back through Borderlands. Go this way, just through one cave, and then that way. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send the SHQ up into Crag just to check it out, and then the rest of us are going to go towards the chapel to try and get my curse removed. Do I want to hang on to these guys? I guess I probably do. So writing for myself, they're following me so they get take advantage of my extra move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could move right into Borderlands. So the question is, how dangerous would it be if trolls appeared on us? We have so bones would be 2 heavy trolls. My pikemen can kill them, but not very well. I think if they line up with the trolls in the first round, they could kill them, but after that it would be really, really tricky. So again, we just have a spare move here. We don't have anything to do with. I don't really want to go into Borderlands. See, the next turn would be move, hide, and then move. All right, so I just sort of throw a hide in there, I guess. And Soldier HQ has his own sheet. So if we're going to write for him, he's just going to move up into the mountains, takes 2 moves, and do a couple of hides. See what he finds. All right. So we're hidden in Awful Valley here. And the Soldier HQ moves up into Crag, fails the first hide, fails the second hide. So unhidden in Crag. Nothing appears to bother him though. And nothing appears obviously from us. So this is actually really interesting. There's the vault. The vault is a nice treasure location. I think there's 5 large treasures in there, and it's locked. It requires a tremendous fight to open it, or there's the lost keys you can find. I don't think I've ever seen someone take the lost keys to the vault. But the SHQ can actually open the vault. So I think we're sending SHQ to the vault. A little bit risky. The tremendous troll that guards the vault will be a problem for SHQ, but the reward is pretty good. So if you could go open the vault and find some good, decent stuff there, that would be good for us. Meanwhile, we are headed to the chapel to get my curse removed. So I'm going to move. I think a move, hide, right? Just in case those trolls show up. And next turn is move. All right, so move, hide. And Soldier HQ, this is a secret path, which he has not found. So it's going to be move. Potentially move, but probably move, hide. Just in case the troll shows up. Stink M, I think might be giants. Yeah, giants or spiders. I think the SHQ can take both those things. It's not like 100% guaranteed, but there's a good chance, particularly if SHQ is attacking from hiding. All right, so SHQ goes first. Move, hide, hidden. And move, and fail to hide. Fortunately, nothing comes. So we're all set. And now we're moving through and out, going this way towards the chapel. So I'm going to move to Nutwoods. We'll see what's there. And Soldier HQ. Did I send this? No. It's going to move to the vault. And this is like one search, one hide. So I split the difference there. See how that goes. Move, search, trying to find the vault. Found passages. That's actually doesn't find the path. So you can see like the light brown is a path. Dark brown or black is a passage. So actually two different results. One finds the passages, that the other finds the paths. And a hide failed. And we move out. And nothing comes to the Soldier HQ, and nothing comes to us. All right, so we should be able to move. Flutter, patter. Smoke M. Move. We need to spend a night at the chapel anyway, so I think maybe just move. And do 3 hides. And next turn we'll move into the chapel. And the soldier, just do 1 hide and three searches here. Okay. Succeeded at hiding. Found the vault. We can open the vault. Because we have the Soldier HQ has a tremendous fight. And next is looting. There's 5 large treasures. Got the Glimmering Ring. Glimmering Ring has a spell on it. Obviously not very useful for us. It's worth 10 notoriety if you hang on to it, or 15 gold if you sell it. So just a decent bit of magical gear to sell. 4 treasures left. Found the Flying Carpet. That's pretty cool, actually. So if you can enchant it with purple magic, you can make it fly, and it's actually a speed 2 M2 move, which is very, very strong. We don't have purple magic, so we don't really have any way to use it outside of, there are certain days of the month. Actually, there's one coming up, day 21, when there's purple magic across the entire game board. So on day 21, we could potentially use the Flying Carpet to fly across. but it's not heavy enough to carry the SHQ anyway. It's only a medium move, and SHQ is heavy. Likely we just sell this for the 17 gold or keep it for the 12 notoriety. So that's it for the Soldier HQ. Amazon is moves into ledges and hides. And it's a good thing we're hitting because 2 flying dragons show up. So taking a look at this, I think we don't fight them. The pikemen can hurt the dragons on their H6 side, but the speed of the fight isn't fast enough to undercut these dragons. The dragons have a speed of 4, so the pikemen would have to line up with the dragons. So basically a 1 out of 3 chance to hit these dragons. And if you don't do it on the first turn, then the dragon's going to kill you, kill my pikemen before the pikemen can kill the dragon on subsequent turns. So the way it works is the first turn of combat goes by length. Pikemen obviously have a very long weapon, so that's an advantage in the first round of combat. After that, it goes by speed first. So this H4 would go before the H6. We do have a crossbowman who does have a H1, but you have to roll in the missile table, so that heavy damage is less than guaranteed. In fact, you have to roll a 3 or less on 2 dice to even do that heavy damage. And meanwhile, I can't even hurt these things, so I have a light sword. Can't even do heavy damage to these armored dragons. So we're just gonna stay hidden and leave them alone. Nothing comes to the Soldier HQ, so end turn there. Day 20. We're basically almost at the last week here. I do have this extra search too. I should activate that. Just keep that in mind. All right, move. And then we'll do a couple of hides here. We could do a search. We are in a mountain clearing here, so we could potentially do a search and peer in a neighboring hex. If you're ever in a mountain clearing, you can actually use the search action to try and peek at the chits in a neighboring hex. But we've already explored everything around, so there's no reason to do that. So send that. SHQ, there's 3 treasures left in this location, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, 3 left. We do need to go catch up with the rest of the group. Let's do one more turn of searching here. So 3 searches and a hide. See how that goes. Okay, we need a 3 or less to pick up the next treasure on 2 dice here. So we found the garb of speed. This is kind of interesting. I don't think it's very good for us, but this would potentially be very strong for one of the heavier characters, like the White Knight or something. So it basically makes you a little bit faster. It's also worth gold and notoriety and fame. So I failed to hide. Hopefully that is not a problem. Oh, all right. So I made a mistake here. I'm actually going to redo just because I forgot a rule that's pretty important here. Because it takes 2 move phases to get from this mountain clearing to this mountain clearing, you have to hide first. Otherwise you get blocked sort of between the first and second move phase. Let me just go ahead and restore from Birdsong here. Because that could be pretty bad. I'm gonna record the same things, just in a little bit different order. Yeah, so we want to hide first, and then move. Oh, sorry. This is Soldier HQ. So again, hide, search. And Amazon wants to hide, and then move out. So you have to succeed at the first hide, or else you get blocked. Hide, move. Move. It's probably fine. Already be hidden once we get there. Could do a trade, I guess. All right. Soldier HQ fails to hide. Loot. Found the garbage speed, so that's the same. And nothing. Amazon fails to hide, so we get blocked. So same outcome either way, actually. We're still blocked by and have to fight these dragons, or potentially run away from them. Okay, nothing happens with Soldier HQ. All right, so let's see what happens here. The hired natives will not run, so they're kind of screwed here. The question is, I think we want the pikemen to take these dragons, at least for the first round. I mean, I don't actually think we want to deploy the crossbowmen to the dragons. It actually... So if there's only one native on a sheet with a creature, it becomes the native sheet, and then they don't flip. So they will stay in whatever tactic you choose. They'll stay in that tactic. As soon as you start to deploy multiple natives to a single monster, it becomes the monster sheet, and then your natives start to act randomly. So they change tactics and start to move around. So I think for at least the first round, we want to just have one pikeman versus one dragon. And that they should be safe, at least for the first round. After that, they're sort of on their own, actually. We'll leave the crossbowmen out this turn, and we'll see what happens. So we're gonna skip the deployment step. And let's see, what do I have for belongings? Anything that's gonna really help here? Nope, not really. Trying to think if there's anything else we can do here. I could potentially lure dragons. But I don't think it actually works. You know, I can't lure the dragons and deploy the pikemen against them. The dragons will attack the pikemen. So I could run away. I think I'll just hold off on this turn. I mean, one reason to run away now, though, is because these dragons on their flip side are really fast. I think they're speed 2. Let me double check. Could be wrong about that. No, they're speed 3. That's still too fast for us to run from, though. So if they change tactics during this combat, then we're going to be unable to run away. In which case we might be in trouble. So it might actually be, it probably will be, the best thing for us to do is actually to leave my soldiers here to fight them and run away myself. Good luck, guys. So you can see we have a move 3. As long as you can beat the move of the creatures, you can run away. So we can use our move M3 to run away while they're on this side. And we'll run towards the chapel. That's another thing I could have done in the previous round and should have done. I actually didn't think about this, but like when we were hidden here with the dragons. At the end of the turn, instead of clicking end, I should have actually run, or I could have run toward the chapel at that point. Actually, it still would leave my soldiers behind though. So I guess we either need to move away with these soldiers so they'll follow me, or we need to let the soldiers fight the dragons. All right, so we'll see what happens here. We got a 1 in 3 chance of killing each dragon. Positioning doesn't matter because the dragon's going to move, randomly. And look at that, bunch of pros here. So we got rolled a 1 for positioning in both cases. So neither dragon moved. And again, in round 1, length is king. So these pikemen's pikes go first. They line up with the dragons, and because they're doing heavy damage, they kill both heavy dragons. You can see the details here. A round summary here, rather. So soldier 1 intercepted and killed a heavy flying dragon, and soldier 2 intercepted and killed the heavy flying dragon. Meanwhile, we've run away. We're having to go back and get our soldiers later. They definitely think I'm a coward, for sure. Like, hey, actually, I wonder what their term is. They have 8 days left. It's okay. They don't need to come with me. Only I have to go to the chapel, and I'll come back for them. All right, so day 21. There's purple magic all over the board. So again, the magic carpet should be active. Yeah, it's currently active, but it's not strong enough to carry the soldier HQ, unfortunately. It would be cool if the soldier HQ could fly across the board and meet us. But as it is, Amazon has to move here. Then it's gonna move here. Let's do a couple hides. Send that. And the soldier, 2 left in the vault, so that's going to be really difficult to get anything. And we're getting to the end of the game here, so I think the soldier needs to start moving out. So I think we're pretty safe to just move. Because if the tremendous troll comes, he's going to come to the vault first. And I think we decided we can actually kill everything. Most of the time we can kill everything that's going to come first from Stink M, so we'll risk it. Amazon goes first, so we move into the chapel and we hide a couple times. And the soldier goes next. So we're not going to buy drinks for the order. We could buy drinks just to make sure they don't battle us, but we're hidden. So even if they do fight us, they're not going to block us. The patrol also showed up, who we are friendly with, so that's actually interesting. We could trade with, maybe even hire them if we wanted to. We're not going to buy drinks. And we're just going to end combat here. And nothing appears where the soldier HQ is, so end that as well. So there are dragons here. Getting there would be really difficult at this point, though. All right, 22, we have 6 days left. We've gotten rid of our curse, so we have 20 fame, 10 notoriety right now. Plus our gear gives us some amount of fame and notoriety too, I think. Yes, we have 2 from the Magic Spectacles, 9 from the Living Sword, and 3 fame from the Living Sword. So that puts us at 23 fame and 21 notoriety. So looking at our sheet here, we're short. That's interesting. Why does it say own -35? Huh. We need 30. We have 41. I don't know why this is an own -35. Unless we had a curse that just hasn't updated yet. I thought our curse got rid of our fame, though. Oh, our starting gold. Okay, no, that makes sense. So this is fine, though. We just need to sell all our stuff before the end of the game. So the reason why it says -35 is we started with 10 gold, and our armor is worth another 25. So if we sell all this stuff like the last day of the game, we'll be fine for gold. And then we're short notoriety. We need another 20 notoriety to win the game. So to get notoriety, the easiest way is going to be to kill a native group. So grab our soldiers, reconnect with SHQ here, and who do we fight? Can we get back to the inn in time is a question. So let's move, 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 move. This sounds brutal. Brutal as in the rules of it, or the it's a very complicated game. If I don't know if that's what you're talking about. We're actually doing pretty well. From like, I'd say this game is not as good as the last one I played today. It's a little bit more difficult. The board is actually pretty spread out. Like there's things in like on 2 different sides of the board. You have to go through caves to get from one side to the other. Killing these dragons would be good. It'd be a little tricky to actually do that though. There's nothing to do but to go pick up our soldiers here. Do we want to trade with a patrol? Let's see, move, 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 move. We have to end up there. In fact, I don't think they'll be hidden, so maybe we actually do one trade to see what the patrol has. And then we'll move over to our soldiers here. The win condition you get described, yeah. The scoring is very complicated. It's not the easiest thing in the world to figure out. But it's kind of nice that there's different. You sort of at the beginning of the game you have 5 victory points that you assign to different categories, so you can choose how you want to play the game or how you think you can win. But yeah, the scoring is really definitely. I think that was one of the last things I understood about the game. All right, SHQ is going to try and catch up with us, so I'm just going to start moving in this direction. All right, first we trade. Let's just see what the patrol has here. They're our friends. We'll buy from them. Okay, well, this is interesting. They have the Royal Scepter, which you can actually sell to the guard for 20 fame. I don't know if we can get to the guard, but we'll see if we get a good deal. I'll try and buy it. Buy drinks. 3 gold. I don't think it's worth it. So 16 gold for potentially 20 fame. I'm not sure we're gonna make it to the guard though before the end of the game. It's also a great treasure, if that's not one of our requirements. Gives you an extra hire. That doesn't really matter. I mean, we're gonna have a bunch of gold. You know, maybe we do buy this. I wish I could look at the map right now. Unfortunately, this is modal and I can't see the map. I can't really see whether we can get over to the guardhouse easily or not. I think the idea is to take the soldiers and go try and kill the rogues, which would be a difficult battle, for sure. We probably should have hired the patrol if we wanted to do that. I'm not sure what to do here. We need notoriety, not fame. We're not going to buy it. The guardhouse is over here. Actually, it wasn't that hard to get to be honest. I should have bought that. It's kind of a straight shot. Actually, I want to kill the guard here. My pikemen line up pretty well, I think. H6 and 4. I guess it's actually not that well. Another one of those, like, round 1, it lines up well. But after that, it doesn't. If we had some way to deal heavy damage, we would be in pretty good shape, but we really don't. I kind of want to go back to the beginning of the day and take that scepter, seeing how easy it is to get to the guard. Just don't know how we get the notoriety we need. We have to take some chance here. We have to take a chance and fight something. Just not sure what. So maybe the rogues. Because we can contribute. And we can take the rogues, take rogues out ourselves. But there are 8 of them, and we only have 4 soldiers, so we'll end up taking 4 of these on our sheet and fighting them ourselves. We'll kill 1 right away, so they'll just leave 3. We do have armor, so this is probably the way we get our notoriety, though. So to get there, we need to go back through the deep woods. We have to go through ledges. We have to pick up our soldiers. We have to go back through borderlands, go through these caves. And then we can go through deep woods. I mean, I think we just sort of end up in the rogues, at the rogues. I think that's going to be our best plan. I actually don't think we have enough time to go to the guard. After all, I think we need to go straight to the inn, or else we're just not going to have enough time to do everything. All right, so I don't feel too bad about not picking up the scepter then. All right. So we're moving out. We move to the soldiers here. Soldier is moving to Awful Valley. No one appears to either of us, so let me just make sure that these we'll reassign these followers to me. They have 6 days left on their contract. Assign them to follow me. And we're writing our orders for day 23. So we've 28 is the last day, so we're sort of running out of time here. Move. Move. We could throw a search in there. We have a free search. So move, search with our magic spectacles. Move. And a couple hide, and a hide, I guess. Move. I think my spectacles are not active. Yeah, they're not active. So if you activate them now, we should get that free search. So move, search, move, hide. And next turn we can move through and to Oakwood, and then we're on to the inn to try and kill the rogues. It's the best we can do, I think. SHQ is going to try and meet us. So let's see here. Coming in from this other direction, we're basically going to be on either side of the caves here. Soldier HQ can move here and hide a couple times. Amazon goes first. So we get a free search here. We're just going to use that to try and find the statue, which we do not find. Then we move and we hide. And Soldier HQ is coming in the other direction. Move, hide. Fails to hide. Nothing shows up. So we just end and end. And now we're going to reconvene here. Actually, SHQ is going to have a harder time getting through these caves. So we have a free move. So we're actually going to move, just sort of in and out of the caves. SHQ is going to have to move, hide, move. Yeah. So he's actually going to take an extra day to get there. I guess we could might as well reconnect here, huh? So I'll move, hide. Move, hide. And then the SHQ can follow me out. Yeah, so SHQ can hide, move. And then can follow me. All right, SHQ goes first. Hide, move, and then I move, hide. All right, and nothing shows up. We've been getting a lot of threes. Looks like in the last week we had 4 threes on the monster roll and 1 4. And threes are just threes are goblins and ogres and wolves and the octopus, which there aren't any of in Borderlands. So Amazon is going to move. And the soldier is just going to follow. So take advantage of that extra move. So we'll just record following Amazon. Okay, so we move out with the SHQ following us, and that's the end of the day. And on to 26. So we literally have 26, 27, 28. So let's double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll make it there. Soldier HQ will follow me, and we'll just beeline it for the inn. Hopefully, we can get there in time. 3 days left on their term, which is enough. That'll take us to the end of the game. So 1, 2, 3. We get a free search in the altar because we have the magic spectacles. And that, I don't think we bother hiding here. 4 or 5. With the Soldier HQ following. All right. All right, we get to loot the altar. Oh, we found the Timeless Jewel, which is actually one of the better items in the game. So you can see, first of all, it's worth 34 gold. It's actually worth quite a bit of money, but it's also really, really powerful. So you can see here it says don't right move. We've been committing to what we want to do ahead of time every day. And with the Timeless Jewel, we activate that. We don't write our move. We know what the monster roll is. We know what the deal is. And then we decide what to do on our turn. So it's actually one of the most powerful things in the game. We got it late though, so. So we get to, we don't have to write anything. All we have to do is send our move here. And the Soldier HQ can follow us. And so you can see there's nothing written here. We know that the monster die is 6. So we can look at what's here. Nothing's going to show up. If we wanted to fight some if we wanted to fight some bats, we could head over there, but we don't really want to. So I think it doesn't really change anything. We're still going to just move a bunch of times here. Oh, you know what? I should have done one more search, right? Oh well. All right, so we just move all the way over here. And here we are at day 28. So this is the last day of the game. We went all the way back across here. We're gonna go in. We're gonna sell a bunch of stuff to the rogues here, and then we're gonna try and kill them. I'm actually going to deactivate the Timeless Jewel. The reason is I want to sell it, and I think you can't use it and then sell it. So we'll actually sell the magic spectacles as well. The rest of this we want to keep. This is kind of unfortunate that we can't sell all this stuff, to be honest. We need one more day to be able to kill the rogues and then sell to them, or sell to somebody. But we need all this gear to make it possible for us to kill the rogues, so we'll sell these 2 things though. That should give us enough gold to meet our minimum. And then we'll just try and kill these rogues. All right, so writing for day 28, we're going to move. We're going to alert our weapon. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but might as well have our sword on the faster side. And then I guess we just do a trade. We'll sell some stuff to the our HQ there, and we'll do a couple hides. hiding doesn't matter a whole lot in this case with watchful natives, but we'll do it anyway. Soldier HQ can just follow me. All right, last day. Okay, we're going to alert our living sword here. We're going to sell to the RHQ. We're selling the Timeless Jewel and Magic Spectacles. We'll hang on to our armor and weapon so we can try and kill them. It's still going to be a little bit dangerous, but I have confidence that we'll be able to do it. We'll see. And it looks like all right, we will not. Oh no, really? Okay, no. For a second there, I thought the term of my soldiers ran out, but it looks like they're still there. All right, so there's the 5 of us against the 8 of them. So let's take a look here. SHQ is heavy and armored. So that's actually, it's a good thing to line up SHQ with someone that does just light and medium damage. So who's the most dangerous of these? Any of these M3s, pretty dangerous. So M3. Well, there's an M3-5. He can actually undercut that. Let's do that. So he's going to lure that M3. Oh, yeah. I just want to lure this guy, the M3-5. So perfectly safe because his armor and he's got heavy vulnerability and he can undercut and kill that rogue. So that's a good good matchup. I don't really want to take the archer. I guess I will take the archer. So these guys, they're medium and armored. So something that flips and does light damage is good. Something that won't just undercut and kill. So this M5-3 is a good matchup. Because he won't, this M5 won't undercut him. And if he flips, he can't kill him. So we'll keep clicking the wrong thing here. All right, so we're going to lure this light swordsman here with one of my pikemen. Do we have any other matchup that's also good here? Maybe one of these, actually. If he flips, he's got M4. Yeah, this is good. We'll have this pikeman lure one of the axemen. Because turn 1, the length of the pike will make the difference. So even if he flips to his faster attack side, he'll still undercut and kill him first. And if he lines up, he'll kill him. So this is safe, at least for round 1. Crosswoman can go on its H1 side. And who do you want the crosswoman to take a shot at? Maybe one of these M3s. One of the faster ones. These guys are really fast on their backside. So we'll have the crosswoman take a shot at our HQ. That leaves 4 for me. So that should be interesting. We should be able to kill one, though. So let's see how it goes in positioning. We're not going to do anything. We've already alerted our weapon. We're not going to run away. We're not going to activate or inactivate any items. So next. Okay, so my target is going to be... I'm going to try and kill the rogue 2. This is the most dangerous one, so I'm going to try and kill him first. Positioning. All right. So we'll put the we'll put R2 in its own space, and I'm going to attack it with any medium fight. So it's a light weapon. We're swinging it with a medium fight, so it goes up by 1 level. So it's doing medium with 1 sharpness star. This guy's heavy and unarmored, so that will kill him. And it's also very fast. I think I have the length advantage too, but I'm actually not sure. But we'll see. I'll also maneuver down here. I'll use my move M3, which would keep me from getting undercut. I'm going to hide behind my shield too. All right, next we're going to position... I don't want to split these guys up or put them together. I guess we put them together and just hope they don't both line up with me. And that leaves the archer in the 3rd position. So you have to fill every box, but it's up to you whether you want to, where you want to put like 2. All right, we'll see how that goes. The rest of the positioning is probably fine. Yeah, I think this is all fine. All right, let's see what happens. All right, they did line up with me. All right, so looks like my crosswoman was killed by our HQ. We killed both axemen are dead, which is good, and this light swordsman is dead. And over here they missed. So you look at the round summary here, but basically the crosswoman did take a shot, but missed. So you have to roll on the missile table. So it was unable to kill the RHQ, and then RHQ lined up and killed the crosswoman. Over here, the pikemen both lined up with their opponents, and length goes first, so they both killed before their opponents got a chance to hit. And here, the swordsman flipped and moved over, so SHQ was unable to kill him. And then my situation, both of these guys lined up with me, so they damaged and then destroyed my shield. I'm going to be taking 2 wounds. I managed to... I killed the axeman, and then before the axeman could kill me, and the archer did not flip, so not too bad actually. I needed to wound 2 chips, so let's pick up things which I don't need, like a fight L4 I don't need. Actually don't need these fight M3s either. I'll wound move M4 too. All right. So now we have 5, and there's 4 of us. So again, we'll have the SHQs going to lure from my sheet. This M35. I think that's a good matchup for this SHQ, because he can potentially undercut it, and it can't hurt him. Pikemen can lure an L3, although I could take an L3 as well. It's M4 side. If it flips to its M3 side, it kills my pikeman, because speed matters now, not length, in round 2. Maybe the pikeman lures the... No, I think the pikeman does take this L3. We just assume that this L3 is not going to flip. In which case, the light damage is not going to kill my medium and armored guy. It doesn't really matter which side he's on. I'll just leave him there. And then this pikeman, I'll have lure the archer over. Archer is a little bit spooky, so just kind of keep the archer away from me. And I'll lure the last. So I have two. I had to fight both of these two, RHQ and R5. Looks like I can alert my sword though, so that would be helpful. All right. So their speed is 4, so I think I actually have a fast enough fight here. Oh, but I can't do that and... I can't do that and also move M3, right? All right, never mind. I will not alert then. I'll target RHQ here. All right, I'll auto position them. I need to use my M3 move here so I don't get undercut. Actually move over here. And then I'll, again, it doesn't matter, I can use my fight M5 here. And hopefully we kill this RHQ before it can hit us. We'll see how that goes. Pretty sure our sword is longer than their dagger. Should look at that right here. Assassin, length of 3. And we have a thrusting sword, which is length of 4. So that will go first. All right, so what happened? Unfortunately, the swordsman flipped and killed my pikeman. The SHQ missed this one. The archer flipped, but missed its shot against my other pikeman. So we're down one pikeman. Yeah, so a little bad stuff happened all around here. The SHQ flipped so to its fast side, so it has a speed of 2. And we did not line up with it, so we were unable to kill anyone. So we're down to 2 soldiers, and we still have 4 rogues here. Not a good round for us. So we have an L4 and an L3. So we'll have the pikeman lure one of these. I guess this L3 here. Again, just hoping it doesn't flip. SHQ can lure... I guess R6 doesn't really matter. And that leaves me with the archer and the 2 swordsmen, 2 assassins. Didn't take any damage last round, so that's the good news. And our weapon should be alerted now. If you miss, then it alerts, which means it's even faster. All right, my target is going to be Rogue 5. See if we can take out Rogue 5 before it hits me and damages my armor. Gotta position them in 3 different spaces. I'm gonna again maneuver with M3 so I don't get undercut. And I'll swing my alerted sword with fight M5. So we'll see how this goes. If R5 flips, it's gonna be fast, just like RHQ, in which case I will no longer undercut it. And these are fine. All right, looks like we did a little better this round. So look at the round summary here. The archer missed me, So it decreased its damage. It hit armor, so it's doing light damage to me, which doesn't even wound me. Next, my fast living sword went, and I undercut and killed the R5. R6 went next, but can't hurt SHQ with heavy and armor. Rogue 7 didn't flip, so its light damage could not hurt the medium and armored pikemen. And then the pikemen lined up with R7 and killed him, and SHQ undercut R6 and killed him. So that was a much better round for us. So now we're down to two rogues, and so we should be in pretty good shape here. I'll have SHQ lure the RHQ, and the pikeman can lure the archer to keep me out of trouble here, out of danger. I can go ahead and alert my weapon here. Don't know that actually matters, but might as well. I don't need to maneuver, so I will use my fight M5 here to alert my sword. And I'm going to attack the archer, which is the real threat here. All right, positioning, I don't need to maneuver because I'm not being attacked. So I'll just go ahead and swing my sword in the medium, in this middle, in this dodge and swing direction. And yeah, I don't think this matters. All right, so the archer flipped, so it's fast, super fast, actually a speed of 2. So in that case, I can't undercut, and I actually missed the archer. And nothing happened here either. So I'm gonna have to fatigue something this round just to make sure combat doesn't end. We're gonna do the same thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the same thing. And yeah, both of these are super fast right now on the side they're on, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I'm going to continue swinging at the archer. Okay, next. Target the archer. And what I'll do is I'll actually maneuver this turn, just so I can fatigue something. If there's no damage, fatigue, or spellcasting in 2 rounds in a row, the combat ends. So I'm just going to use a move M3 chit here, and also use a M4 start fight here. So I don't have to. It doesn't actually benefit me, but using 2 asterisks of effort will actually fatigue something, and we'll keep combat going. I only have to do that every other turn. All right, everything else stays the same. All right, looks like we got the archer. Archer didn't flip, but I lined up with it, so I was able to kill the archer anyway. And we're not unable to line up with the RHQ. But now I do need to fatigue, so let's fatigue one of my 3 move M3s. And now it's just easy. We just lure RHQ with SHQ, and I will attack him for free. Like so. And now we have a 2 out of 3 chance of getting this guy. And we got him. So he flipped and moved to the middle dodge and swing space, and we lined up and killed him. So that's the end of the combat, and that's actually the end of the game. So we end up with a score of 0. that's actually a win, surprisingly enough. Let's take a look at the breakdown. All right, so we didn't require any great treasures, so need 0, recorded, own 0, so final is 0. Spells, same thing. Fame, we required 20, and we recorded 20. We actually had 23 at the end, including the three we got from the living sword. So we met our requirements, so that's a total of 0. Notoriety, we needed 40. We ended up with 46 plus another 9 for the living sword. So a total of 55. So that's a little bit more than we needed. But not enough to give us additional points. We needed to get at least 60 notoriety to get bonus points. So we ended up with a 0 there as well. And gold, we needed 30. We had 89 minus our 35 from our initial gold and equipment. So that's 50, 54. Again, we would need at least 60 to get bonus points. But we met our goals. So we met all of our goals. So we ended up with a total score of 0, which is actually a win. As long as you have 0 or more, you've won the game. We just didn't get any bonus points. So I'll take it as a win. And we'll move on. Next time I stream this, we'll be doing the next character in the list, who is the Berserker, I believe. So I'm definitely committed to doing at least one of these for each of the 16 different characters. And we'll see how it goes. But we'll chalk that up for a win for the Amazon, barely. Thanks a lot for joining me, and hope to see you next time. Have a good night.